Today I'm in Italy, and as you can see behind me there's a Colosseum, but I'm not in Rome. But as much as the gladiators donned the Colosseum of Rome, they also donned this place here in the south of Italy, because this arena behind me and what you can see is actually the home of the first ever gladiator school in the world. And of course we don't have that today. I guess the thing most like that today is the UFC, but nothing like gladiator battles back in the day. But this arena here is where the first ever gladiators fought, and where the first ever gladiator school were, where people learned the trade, the brutal trade of being a gladiator. And I guess many of them got killed. Let's go and have a look. This arena was built in the late 1st century AD, and it's actually just 25 meters away from the original arena where Spartacus led his revolt in 73 BC. The legend that is Spartacus. You probably don't need to know that much about Roman history, and I'm no expert, but even I know about the legendary stories of Spartacus, and his revolt was just 25 meters from this arena. But what an amazing thing still to be standing there. 1st century AD, and here it is still standing. And I think many of us watching this video from where you are in the world, I mean, look at some of the stuff we build these days. It doesn't even last 2 minutes, it feels. And never mind the roads. Don't get me started on the roads. Potholes here, there and everywhere. Yet this thing, 1st century AD, still here from the 1st century. We're now in the 21st century, still standing. As I stand here in this arena, it's quite amazing to think that if I was in Rome right now, it'd be absolutely packed with people. And yet there's 3 workers doing some restoration work in this part of the arena. Oh, there's 2 people over there, and there's a few having a coffee at the shop, but other than that there's hardly anybody here this morning. And this is the arena where the first ever gladiator school was, which also means this is where the first ever gladiator battles were. As I walk on the arena floor, here is where Aurelius Scaurus in 105 BC first offered battles to the Roman population in this arena. And it's just mad because obviously now it's just the ruins and whatever, but it's hard to imagine that kind of a world back in the day. I mean, I'm a massive fight fan, used to be massive on boxing, still am, but there's way too many belts, divisions, all this. But I'm way into the UFC now, which is probably the most, I guess, similarity or similar thing today that we're going to get to kind of like gladiator stuff. But they're not fighting lions, they're not fighting other people to the death. And all the way back in 105 BC they began in this arena to offer these things to watch as a spectacle. Imagine being one of those, coming from a door like this or through the great portico there out into this arena, fully packed, fully stacked to the rafters, watching people fight to the death. It's quite amazing in today's world to think back like that. A lot of people always want to like go in the future. I'd love to go back in the past. I don't know if that's a great thing to go back and watch, but you know, it's just a total different time. It must have been mental. It must have been mental to be a gladiator. It must have been mental to be in the stands in this arena. It's just nuts sometimes. It scrambles your head when you think, wow, you know what I mean? Like, what went on back in the day. And yeah, here, all the way back in 105 BC, You know, gladiators were probably learning over here in a school close by, and then all for this, all to come into this arena. Wow, madness. Initially, the gladiator school here in Capua was designed for military purposes, but it became so popular that, of course, after that, the fighters that were once here in Capua that went to Rome probably then went on to train other people, other gladiators, and the whole gladiator experience as a kind of showcase grew from there. And then obviously more gladiator schools and more gladiators became, but originally it was just in terms of a military training. But you know, people obviously wanted it. It was obviously a massive showpiece.